Well, welcome to this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports. And man, after seeing all the pictures on Facebook of Peter Pettit's 60th birthday party last night, I was surprised you even made it here, Raj.
Was it 60th? Yeah, it was either 50 or 60.
50 or 60?
Yeah, we had it at the Fireball Cafe there, otherwise known as Pettit Motorsports.
Pettit Motorsports.
Great time, though, I got to tell you. Everybody was there, all Peter's friends, and it was a real the racing community is so tight, you know, and everybody was there. We had a great time.
Well, I see some pictures of legends. I mean, there's two-time winner Travis Benjamin with
there.
Bobby Randall.
Bob Randall was there, Hall of Fame.
And Mike Maeda, nine-time.
Nine-time, yeah.
Nine-time track champion.
Unbelievable.
What is it when you retire from racing and you get a dog?
Yeah, they both had little big bellies and little puppies. I'm not sure what those two have in common, but it just seemed like everybody that was retired, they had a little tiny puppy and a big belly.
Yeah, so you know, you had we'll touch on it in the next segment, but you know, your car was running at Kentucky, and what a great weekend for Jeffrey and you guys, and I mean, some stuff got torn up, but
sure,
that was good. We'll touch on that in the next segment, but this is your week.
Sure.
I mean,
back home,
the little guy from Old Orchard that ran a little rubbish business is now everybody that goes down there to Loudon this weekend, they might be the Elliott fan or the Gordon fan. Well, they don't even race anymore, right? But the Bushes and the Earnhardts and all that. But everybody knows about that team number 32.
Yeah, I think they do. I mean, we've kind of, we gained a little popularity here. We're putting a local guy back in the seat, Eddie McDonald, who everybody loves. You know, it was exciting last year when he raced for us. When they announced the names, I think he was about equal to Dale Jr., so everybody loves him. You know, and they say from Rowley, Massachusetts, Eddie McDonald, people stand and cheer, and that makes it feel so much better that you're at a local track, at local support, and everybody loves Eddie. He's a super guy. Great family. The whole family's great.
Yeah, no, and you started this concept, a couple of years ago. This is not his first opportunity, but the local businesses that jump on board and just want to be a part of it,
Oh, sure. I mean, Bentley Saloon is our primary sponsor, but we got a ton of guys on there. Weir's Buick GMC's jumped on board. Mike's Clam Shack, there's a new sponsor for us. Mike's a great guy down there on Route 1 in Wells, does a great business down there. Bangor Truck's back with us from Bangor Truck Equipment from up in Bangor, super nice people. Of course, we got Lester from the Rod Father, who sells collectible cars. He's been with us. He's been with us all season, traveling with us. Really likes what we're doing. We got his logo on the truck going across the country, and he's been peddling cars, so we're hoping it's helped his case. And Perkins Paving's on with us. They've helped us out last year. They're back with us this year. And Lee Speedway, Eddie's dad has jumped on, Red. Oh, great people, so we're happy about that. And of course, our major sponsor for the year, Can-Am, out of Montreal, Canada. A lot of local dealers over here. Reynolds Motorsports happens to be one of them. They'll have some people at the track. So we're looking forward to a full boat, mostly local sponsors on this thing. Local driver, it's can't get any better, really.
No, you're absolutely right, and I think the whole concept and he embraces it. Eddie does a great job with it. He comes in, he understands what the expectations are that he puts on himself, but also what the team and you guys put on him, and it's been a win-win, really.
Yeah, it has. I mean, Eddie knows New Hampshire Speedway. Nobody can say he doesn't. He's probably won there half a dozen times, maybe more in different K&N stuff, ACT stuff, Pro All-Star. Pretty much everything he's been in, he wins at New Hampshire. Nobody can, beat him there. I wish we had better equipment to give him, but he'll have a good race. We'll give him a good car, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun day. He'll be racing with the big boys over there.
Now, as everybody's seeing this, the car's been on display. It's been down to Mike's Clam Shack, going to be at Bentley's.
Yep.
So that's something you don't see a lot of with the guys at the Sprint Cup level, taking it to their local sponsors.
And it's not a show car. This is the real race car. I mean, we're bringing the whole kit and caboodle up there. We'll have the race tractor, the race trailer, and the cars will be there. Eddie will be there signing autographs. So it's great time and great exposure for these guys. Mike was real happy about it. Bentley's, we went there last year. A huge crowd goes there for that. They actually have a function of 200 or 300 people just before we start that, so everything's going to be great. Yeah,
everything rolls over, and no, it is a good time. And we talk about Eddie, and it's a busy weekend if you're just running the Sprint Cup, and he's got some other things going. So yeah, he's going to be running around there.
Yeah, he'll be in the K&N car. I believe that's Saturday morning, and then he'll be in and out between practices and driver meetings and rookie meetings and all that stuff. So we'll keep him real busy. He'll be in and out, but he'll have fun on Sunday when 1 o'clock rolls around. He'll be ready to be right out there. We're guaranteed a starting spot, so there's no question about that. We'll be out there, and he'll be racing with probably the top 40 guys in the world in this business.
Yeah, and we're going to talk to Eddie later on in the show, and one of the things that I look to hear from, and you basically touched on a little bit, when he comes on the stage and you hear the enormous cheer. Like Earnhardt or one of the favorites gets, and there's your little local guy getting that cheer.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. Your market in the New Hampshire demographics is a lot of people from Boston area, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine, some Canadians, but everybody that is there has been at a track, if they're a race fan, that Eddie's been at and probably won at. So I think it's exciting that they get somebody local to cheer on. And like I said, it was exciting to hear the cheers when he came out, and everybody was real happy for him. And you can't, he's been on Fox 25 down there in Boston doing interviews, and everybody, he's just such a likable guy that everybody kind of.
Well, now he's going to be on Mainly Motorsports.
That's it. And now he's really, to the pinnacle of his career, I think, by doing that.
Same with you, right?
Yeah,
you keep coming back.
It's the highest I get.
you keep coming back. So
right.
Before we take a break, I want to touch on one thing before we come back and talk about your year. How much interaction do you have with the top end owners? You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you.
When you guys cross paths, you're all in it for the same thing.
Well, I'll tell you what was exciting a couple of weeks ago is we're struggling. We're at the bottom. The charter system is something that you strive to get. We finally got it, so we're locked into some races, and we're looking for an affiliation with a big team. We've met with a couple big teams, but the most exciting one was a few weeks ago. Mason and I actually went to Richard Petty's office, and with Richard, the King, and Brian Moffitt, who's his son-in-law, who is the CEO of Richard Petty Motorsports. We're really trying to do an affiliation with them for next year to improve our game. And they kind of gave us a tour. We sat there and had dinner, and Richard took us to his house. He's got wild buffalo 50 feet behind his house, just a gorgeous facility. Took us to the Victory Junction camp out behind where they help disadvantaged children, and it's really a family operation, and that's kind of what we've grown into. A lot smaller, but we're a family-run operation. And I think we're headed that way, so we're going to we'll definitely have an affiliation with a big team. You really can't survive in this business without having that affiliation. So we're talking to a couple teams, but really Richard Petty Motorsports is where we want to head. They're not perfect right now themselves, but Ford's really pushing them. They're looking for some additional engineering, but they're running much better than us. So we're looking to do something possibly with them or another team, but we're definitely having an affiliation with a major cup program for next year, for 2017. It's the only way we'll survive.
Yeah, and it ain't every day you get to hang out with the King, huh?
Oh yeah, the guy's awesome. He's just average guy,
Down to earth, yeah.
Like you and I, he could sit here and talk racing stories about Oxford, and he's won at Oxford. He's run here every state you can think of that has a racetrack. He said, "Oh yeah, I remember there in '63 there was me and Morgan Shepherd," and he goes on and you love listening. You're just magnetic to him to listen to the stories because they're so exciting, and he's true and genuine person. The whole family is. That's just the way they operate. Some of these guys are a little more corporate than others, and we're non-corporate. We're independent. So when we meet with these type people, it's definitely good to hear that there's bigger teams that are our size. So there's hope that you can do that on the independent size, because it's not easy, as you know.
No, absolutely. So we're going to take a break. We come back. I want to touch a little bit on how the season's gone up at this point, and then I know you got a lot of stuff to do before you head for Loudon, and
sure. Yep.
So we'll let you go. But we'll take a break. We're right back with Archie.
July 30th, Wiscasset Speedway invites you to one of the biggest days of racing in the state as LLP Transport and Ideal Portable Toilets present the Boss Hog 100 laps with some of the top pro stocks in the state, honoring Maine racing legend Dave Boss Hog St. Clair. Plus the Super Streets, New England 4-cylinder pro stocks, and more, all for just $5. The pits open at 2, the grandstand at 4, and the green flag flies at 6. The Boss Hog 100, Saturday, July 30th at Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealership sells more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
It's July. Time for New England Dragway to light up the night. The night of fun. Saturday night, July 23rd. Presented by the New England Ford dealers, AAA Northern New England, and Napa Auto Parts. Funny Cars, Nitro Cars, Danny O'Day and his record-breaking wheel standard, jets and lots more. Plus, we've got fireworks. Saturday. Gates open at 3. Discount coupons available at your New England Ford dealer. And participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Free parking. And every ticket is a pit pass. Get your tickets now. Online at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Bentley Saloon, Route 1 in Arundel. Stop by and see why me and my friends say, who has more fun than us? We do.
LKQ Core. Any part, any repair, anywhere. Located on Route 202 in Gorham.
Well, we're back here with Archie St. Lair. He's the big dog on the porch this weekend. When you get down there, it is nice to see a lot of Maine people, that might not be down there affiliated with you, but they're as fans or whatever, but you see them around,
As you're walking through the garage, you get a, hey, how you doing, so you get a lot of people, a lot of locals that you don't see at, in Watkins Glen or Charlotte or something like that, so it's kind of old home week at the track.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
exciting.
what do you do during the week yourself?
Well, I try to make sure we'll do doing the show car appearance, not a show car, the race car appearance at Bentley, so I'll make sure that goes all smooth. And then Thursday, we'll bring the motorhome down, set that up, and then get ready. We'll load in Thursday night, and then all the festivities start. But it's business for me. The guys get the car ready. I don't have much to do with that, but it's all business, talking to different people. We have a meeting with Ford this weekend to talk about some things for next year, so we're always trying to get their assistance and more help engineering-wise. We can get the better, so we're going to meet with Ford this weekend. We're going to sit down with Richard Petty Motorsports to further discuss, some type of affiliation with them. So there's a lot of business things that I take care of. Mason kind of handles the day-to-day stuff, and I kind of do. I have to, as I do in any business, kind of look forward to where we're headed for next year. We got to get better. But overall this year hasn't been that bad. I mean, we had a 19th at Talladega with Bobby. And when talking 19th, some people see some of these races and say 19th way out back, but it's really not. It's mid-pack, and mid-pack in this business is tough to get when you see some of the people behind you. Last week at Kentucky, we had 28th, which was a good run for Jeffrey, his best run to date, really. But every team's good. Every driver's good here. Every team is good at this level, especially eliminating them 3 teams, going from 43 teams down to 40. It kind of shook, and the new charter versus open system kind of eliminated about 5 teams and 5 good drivers. So now when you look at the list, there aren't any schmucks in this thing. They're all good drivers in there, and any of them can. A lot of them. There's probably 30 guys that can win a race on any given week,
Yep.
and driver-wise, there's probably closer to 40. But equipment-wise, there's not 40 cars that can win, but there's probably 30 cars that can win that are all $15 to $25 million teams that can win a race.
Yeah, no, and it's crazy. And talk about the Can-Am relationship. I mean, the cars look sleek out there every week.
That's been great. Dale Averill designed a great car for us. On the graphic side, Warren Hamilton has been printing us all our graphics, so it's been a great relationship. 2 Maine connections. That's one thing on the vendor side, we try to stick with Maine companies. I mean, here we are in North Carolina, and we got Warren printing all our graphics, Dale designed them, and these 2 guys are from Scarborough and Glenburn up by Bangor, So we try to keep as many local vendors as we can into it, and it's, the Can-Am people have been super. We really appreciate what they're doing. We've kind of met their expectations. I mean, we've got a couple things we're looking at with them. I mean, they knew that we would struggle the first year, but they wanted to be on the car every race, which we're doing. And then they have the Canadian Tire Series, which is part of NASCAR with Alex Labby driving, which is also Go Fast Racing, not affiliated with me, but it's affiliated with Can-Am. Cars look identical, and Alex has won a couple races, had 2 or 3 poles. So their goal there is to win the championship. The goal was get on the car in the Sprint Cup every race and win the Canadian Tire Series, and he's about 6 points out from the lead, where he had an issue in the first race. Other than that, he'd probably be him and Andrew Ranger and Nick and Tuck to be number 1 in that, and I think there's still 10 races left, so they've got top equipment up there in Canadian Tire Series, and I think you'd be surprised that he could be, they'll fill both their objections to their goals to Canadian Tire Series and Sprint Cup. So then we just try to move them up the ladder and get a little more exposure out of them, a little more marketing. But they've been great partners, great people. Everybody up there is, and I can relate to them. They're kind of in Montreal, Northeast connection, French heritage myself, so we kind of relate to them real well. So
you're about halfway through the first season with that relationship.
Yep.
You knew you were going to have some growing pains with Jeffrey, and but like you said, he continues to show improvement.
Yeah, he does. That's all we ask for. We know it's tough. We just want to show improvement. We have, we're a lower end team, and we have the youngest driver and the most inexperienced driver in Sprint Cup with as many starts as he has. He's still only going to have 20 starts this year. We still, have the, my business model is to give guys like Eddie a shot. It's really not conducive to what NASCAR has set up under the new system. So we'll be meeting with NASCAR to see, if that's okay to do, because does it require us to have one driver in the car all year long? I mean, we have Boris Said, who do a great job. Fans love them, sponsors love them coming at Watkins Glen. But is it going to come to a point where next year to compete, are we going to just have one driver? Some people like that. Would love to see Jeffrey in the car all year. And I like Jeffrey. He's a great kid. But when I come to New England, I love to put somebody like Eddie in the car. When I go to Charlotte, or when I go out to Chicago, I love to have a Joey Gase, who's from next neighboring state of Iowa and 3 hours away from home. And I think those things are huge to our program, to let the young kids think about it. There's 40 guys that are the best in the world. When will a Joey Gase or somebody else get a shot at a Cup season? Jimmy Johnson's not going to let him in his car for a week. So I love to be, that development program to get them to the next level and show that they can run with these guys. We just need to lift our game a little bit. But that's what we're struggling with, is are we just going to have to go with one driver? Probably at some point. But I really want to sit down with NASCAR and see what their idea of the program is, because I think they have some skin in the game where they like to see these guys get a shot. So we need to see, performance-wise, if we lag, we could be in jeopardy of some issues on the new rules of NASCAR. So we'll meet with them, talk about it. But I really like the program we have, because it's we get good people in the seat. They really like what they're doing. We got Patrick Carpentier coming up at Indy. He raced for us at Sonoma. I mean, he had the pole in New Hampshire 4 or 5 years ago. Came out of the chute. I think he was in a Waltrip car. I was there that day. We were running the K&N series. He came out, got on the track. Was the fastest car out of 3 cars, and I go, I'll see how long that lasts. It lasted through 43 cars. He held the pole, and he's a part-time driver. So some of these guys can get it done, and he's a super guy. And we're looking forward to working with him again at Indy. Just a laid-back, nice guy, and he's a real good friend with the Can-Am people, so that keeps that relationship strong.
Well, and I don't care what anybody says or thinks. Having Eddie Mack in your car at New Hampshire is selling some seats.
Oh, for sure.
There's people that are
doubt.
going to that race
No doubt.
because they want to see
I
Eddie.
talked to a couple people last night, at Peter's party, that said, hey, we're going, we're getting seats over there. We were planning on it. We're going to watch it on TV, but if Eddie's there, we're going to be there. So I'm sure, think about that up here in Maine. What about in the Massachusetts market?
Oh, no,
like that. So
and me and Chris talked about it last week.
Yeah.
About the Eddie factor being there,
Sure.
and then,
Yep.
and the track supports that, and that's
good for
good for them.
everybody.
So I think what you guys are doing actually works. It
Yeah.
absolutely works.
Yeah. I'm just hoping, financially it works. We just need to make sure that NASCAR is okay with it long term. So if they're okay with it, we're okay with it. I like the model. We just it's a little harder at the shop, changing seats, getting pedals ready and all that stuff. But overall, they're just great people to work with, and just all good people looking for that opportunity. They're so optimistic when they get to the track week in and week out, because they know they might have one race, such as Eddie or Joey Gase has 3 races, or Jeffrey even 20. They want that next race, Jeffrey had a great finish. He's not back in the car for a month. That's hard to be consistent with the crew chief. So there's a lot of things internally that might suffer a little bit, but the overall program is exciting to know that there's a place to go when you're a young upstart kid that's not going to be in a Gibbs seat. You're not the Eric Jones that's going to be in a Gibbs seat next year. There's one guy, well, how many kids turn 18, thousands of them that are good drivers, where do they go? So here's a place for them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And, how exciting last weekend. You weren't there, but, to see your car running as well as it was.
Yeah.
And then he was, Rookie of the Race?
Yeah,
that was his first Rookie of the Race award.
Exactly. And there's 5 rookies. He does his first one, so that's exciting for the team and for him that he got that award. He'll be presented that award next time he drives. Which is, some sort of plaque and a check and just a notoriety that he was Rookie of the Race. He'd come to Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, Brian Scott, and to some good guys in that bunch.
Yeah, Chris Boucher. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they unfortunately all had incidents, but
Yeah.
you got to put yourself in position to succeed.
Exactly.
And he did that. I
Yep.
mean, not a
Yep.
scratch on the
He
car.
never just stayed out of trouble and ride. We knew there'd be a lot of havoc at a brand new paved track. There was. He just kept his nose to the grindstone and said, I'm going to finish this race. Didn't put a scratch on the car, and he said, I'm going to finish and get a good finish. His best finish ever at 28th, and we're happy with him. That car's ready to go again. It'll probably be his car for his next race, with the Corvette parts sponsorship, Keen Parts, and Vizone RV are the sponsors for Jeffrey in that race, and the next one coming up in Michigan, they're on again, so with no damage on that car, I'm assuming we'll turn it around and put it right back out there. So much easier for the shop doing that when we got road courses coming up in between there and everything.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it takes a little bit of extra effort for a road course car versus an oval.
Yeah, no, so absolutely. But I appreciate you taking the time. I know
Sure.
you got a busy schedule, and
Yeah.
wish you the best of luck down there this weekend. We'll be
Yeah.
down there, and
Right.
I know there'll be a lot of New Englanders cheering for the 32 and Eddie Mack and Go
Sure.
Fast Racing.
Sure. We want everybody to show up, everybody enjoy. If you can't make it, watch us on TV and root Eddie Mack on, because like we say, Eddie Mack is back. We'll have fun at Loudon this weekend. Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll be back here on Mainly Motorsports.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it.
For the It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At E-Keys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, E-Keys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call E-Keys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar, E-Keys for Cars.
Do you have a serious need for speed, great competitive racing, and a family-friendly atmosphere? Look no further than Maine's biggest and fastest, Wiscasset Speedway. At Wiscasset Speedway, you'll find 8 regular divisions, along with special appearances by top regional tours throughout the season. And at Wiscasset Speedway, all grandstand seats are just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook, Twitter, and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Here we go again. Snow, ice, and freezing rain. Be ready with a new set of winter tires from Town Fair Tire. We stock Michelin, Goodyear, Bridgestone, Firestone, General, Uniroyal, Toyo, Yokohama, Continental, Pirelli. Every name brand at the guaranteed lowest price. Get to Town Fair Tire today and drive with confidence this winter. Because when it comes to saving you money on name brand snow and all-season tires, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Name brands at discount prices. Town Fair Tire.
Welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and really excited for Archie. And you know, I always think back to back when he was racing Thursday Thunder and decided to buy a couple of K&N cars and do that, and you know how much fun he was having then. And I think he's still having fun now. It's just a lot more work, and but it's neat that him and Mason can enjoy the experience together. You know, kind of father and son working on building. It's like building any company. You know, they're starting from the ground level. I mean, granted, getting at the cup level isn't the ground level, but when you're at the ground level of the 40 teams and you'd like to compete at the, obviously the level is a threat to win each week, and that's what they're striving for. So doing a great job, both of them, and my hat's off to them, and really wish them the best of luck down there this weekend. And but also, you know, other things going on this weekend. All your local short tracks are in action, so get out and support them, and stay on board and cheer for your favorites, and before you make the trek over to Loudon there on Sunday. But remember last week we had Robert Stevens on, and we talked about the Freedom Rally 2016, the car and bike show over there at the Androstoggan Bank Coliseum in Lewiston. You know, they're going to have bikes on display, cars on display. You know, it's a real hot rod event, you know, and he's put a lot of effort into it, and we appreciate, you know, all he's done, and look forward to you know, getting some footage back from him, and hopefully, you know, he, you know, it's a successful event as they're raising money for, you know, the 3 organizations and the 3 charities that he talked about. And, you know, really, you know, your chance to go out there and have a good time as you, before you make the track over to your short tracks. And, you know, Saturday afternoon, if you're looking for something to do Saturday night, Motor Booty Affair is going to be performing, and anybody that's ever seen them, they're just one of those great dance bands, you know, a lot of fun. And you can go over there, and tickets are, you know, $15 each, and buy them at the door, and, you know, just go enjoy the evening. Take your significant other and just go and really have a good time. So really appreciate Robert's efforts and all he's done, and reaching out to us here at Mainly Motorsports, and hopefully it's a very successful event for him. And what a crazy week it's for us here on Mainly Motorsports. I'm not going to be able to attend that over there, but, you know, as you're seeing this show, we've already been at Beechridge and watched the pass race Tuesday night. You know, kind of, they used to do that a few years ago back down to Lee USA Speedway on Tuesday nights, and it worked out all right. And, you know, not knowing as I talk, we're a couple days away from the event as we are taping, but I'm sure it's going to be a success over there at Beechridge Motor Speedway as the pass tour rolls into town, and kind of kicks off the second half of their season. And then Wednesday night, we're over to Seekonk. You know, Gary Sagar, we've all seen him at the tracks, the shows in Augusta and Portland, and different racetracks, and trying to promote his event, the Pro Stock Nationals, and $10,000 purse. And that's going on Wednesday night, and we'll be there to bring you highlights from that. And really looking forward to all of that, and, you know, all the effort that Gary's put in. Really appreciate the efforts. He's given out provisionals and passed out 14,000 flyers. So the fans, if you've been to a racetrack that there's been a big super late model race at some point this year, he's been there passing out flyers. So you should have known about this race on Wednesday night. And so, hopefully it all worked out well for both Tom Mayberry and Gary Sagar, as they both had midweek races scheduled for the super late models. So we'll have highlights on next week's show. So we'll take a break. We come back. I want to show some highlights of the go-karts and talk about a little bit what goes on over Saco Pathfinders.
Hi, I'm Johnny Wolf. Since 1972, my family has been selling and servicing vehicles here on Route 25 in Gorham.
Tax season is here and we have our largest vehicle selection ever. We offer financing for all credit scores and your job is your credit. Remember, I personally drive and inspect every vehicle we sell. We are located 6 miles west off Turnpike Exit 47 on Route 25 in Gorham. Call Frank Davenport at 207-839-9200 or visit us online at 21stcenturymaine.com.
Legendary race car driver Bentley Warren is putting Arundel on the map. When Bentley Saloon opened in 2004, it was just a little bar room on the side of the road. Today we have a giant saloon with live music, dancing, and great food and drink indoors and out. We're always looking to meet new friends and have a good old time. There's always something exciting going on at Bentley's. That's why we like to say, who has more fun than us? We do!
For a trusted name in residential and commercial site work in the southern Maine area, call Peter Pettit Excavating. We can handle everything from the complete house lot to those nasty water and sewer line repairs. Septic systems are another area that we specialize in. During the snow season, Pettit Excavating has the equipment to handle any size job.
And when the race season arrives, be sure to follow the number 7 Hewitt's Family Restaurant Chevrolet on the past Super Late Model Tour.
Call 207-282-9305 to get the job done right. That's Peter Pettit Excavating.
White Mountain Motorsports Park brings you door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel racing action each and every Saturday night, with 5 divisions competing each week between the Kids Trucks, the Dwarfs, and the Strictly Minis, the Tiger Division, as well as the Late Model Sportsman. The racing is intense. You're sure to come away wanting more. Located on 463 Daniel Webster Highway in North Woodstock, New Hampshire, this quarter-mile High Bank Oval is a fan-friendly, family-oriented facility. For schedules and more information, go to the website. That's White Mountain Motorsports Park.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 7 convenient locations: Gorham, Scarborough, Biddeford, Portland, Sanford, Lewiston, and now South Portland. Visit us at moodyscollision.com.
Scotch Recreation. Whether you're thinking about your first camper or looking to upgrade your current one, Scotch Recreation can help you. Get both our Route 202 Manchester and our Route 4 Turner locations and online at scotchrecreation.com.
New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Join us for our 25th anniversary year. Well, before we went to break, we talked about the Saco Pathfinders, and, geez, it's been 12 years that this has been going on. I mean, I know they had to take a little break at one point, but they kept going. They took it up to the Acton Fairgrounds, but, a lot of the same faces, familiar faces over there, not only on the racing side of things, but the management side of things, and really it's still, if you want inexpensive entertainment, it's one of those places that you go to. You're going to have some laughs. You're going to see some excitement. I compare it a little bit to Days of Destruction because there's always that chance of somebody getting hurt. Not that you want somebody to get hurt, but there's always that chance. And, so really exciting time. And, talking to some of the guys over there, in particular Charlie Gassett, who does the announcement, it's been 12 years. 12 years that Charlie's been over there, so hats off to him. So I'm going to show you some highlights in the next couple segments of, they got senior cage, junior cage, flat carts, animal engines. There's 6 classes, and counting the go-karts and the lawnmowers. So really a good time. Top 3 trophies. They interview the winners, top 3 each week. So I compare it to Thursday Thunder as well. 2 hours of entertainment. They got to be done by 9. They start at 7. Get a little practice. The food is excellent, and they race every other week. So they raced last Friday, and so they won't race again till not this Friday, but they'll race on the 23rd, I believe. So get over there and check it out on the Heath Road in Saco. But enjoy the highlights and some of the racing action from the Saco Pathfinders Snowmobile Club.
Wow, look at our high point man right there.
Anybody you want to thank? You did an awesome job here tonight. What do you think of them last few laps? Okay, I won't keep you, buddy. Then. Thank you very much. You did a great job. Also, a big special thanks for Mainely Motorsports. I know the drivers really appreciate that. Your leader out there. Darryl winning the championship last year in the modified. 2 more laps to go starting there. And we'll see if Darryl Moulton can still hang on to that position with a white flag up for him. What's the go? Sponsored by Robinson Transport. Darryl Moulton. Hey, Darryl Moulton, welcome to Victory Lane in the modified division here tonight at Saco. Congratulations to you. Any sponsors you want to thank or anybody right now? Quick.
No sponsors, but I want to thank everybody for showing up every week.
Awesome. Congratulations to you. Kyle Keenan. Kyle, you're a busy guy. Go-karts, mowers, everything, right?
Oh yeah, I ran both divisions tonight. That was pretty fun. But I'd like to thank my family, my dad, my grandfather, everyone that helps me out in the pits, and people for coming and supporting me.
Congratulations, you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, look at that. Coming back off the track. Only 2 more laps to go. White flag up in the air. Okay, for 27 second place, gives you number 29. It's perfect.
No, guys, go young again for a minute. I just need oxygen.
That's second and third.
Yeah! Thank you. Oh, wow. That was fun.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a good one.
How many when you are, bud?
Hey, Bob Danforth, welcome to Victory Lane. Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And any big sponsors you want to take and share?
Well, especially I'd like to thank Dale Gregory.
Yep.
Dale Gregory's tractor, and he lets us come out and play with it. And it's hoping to get some young kid on this thing, but these boys are really tough on me. But we had a good time. Special thanks to Todd Keenan and family. It's just been a blast.
Why don't you get this guy on it, Steve Berry?
Yes, I know. He's wheeled him before. He can do it again.
Thank
you. Appreciate it, guys.
No.
Go on, Steve. She's waiting for you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Can I take that home?
Good job.
Thank you.
He's right there. Down right with
Nick Perkins, congratulations, buddy. Awesome race here tonight. Congratulations to you.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, it was a good race. Like to race thank my friends and family over there in turn 2 and everybody that comes out, really.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Emma Stein-Butchel, are you okay? That was quite a flip you took over there.
I am okay. I'm just glad I was able to finish the race, let alone come in third, and especially with the help from the Keenan family, especially Todd and my family for supporting me.
Congratulations to you, okay?
Thank you.
Today's vehicles are equipped with complex safety features such as anti-lock brakes, seatbelt restraints, and airbag systems. Even collision avoidance systems. Not available in all models. Hi, I'm Sean Moody from Moody's Collision Centers. We don't wish bad luck on anyone, but even with today's technology, we need to keep our eyes on the road and our hands on the wheel.
Moody's Collision Centers, now with 9 locations in Maine.
Ignition won't turn? Wait, don't tow it. It may just be a worn key. Where would you bring it? At what cost? And for how long? At eKeys for Cars, our experienced technicians will diagnose your problem and get you going quickly with a fixed price quote. Whenever and wherever you're stuck, eKeys for Cars comes to you with a new key or ignition repair. Just call eKeys for Cars, the fast, affordable mobile solution to your vehicle key and lock needs.
They raise the bar, eKeys for Cars.
When I started Scotch Recreation, some competitors warned that if I discounted RVs and trailers, I wouldn't last. Well, here we are over 10 years later, still discounting and still growing. That's why we're Maine's largest RV dealer and largest trailer dealer. Forget about MSRP. We start way below that. Get your best price up front. Come see why my dealership sells more RVs and trailers than any other dealer in Maine.
Scott's Recreation, Turner and Manchester, Maine.
Welcome to Mainely Motorsports.
To order copies of a show, send a check or money order for $15, shipping and handling included, to Mainely Motorsports, 326 Roosevelt Trail, Windham, Maine, 04062. And please add a description of the show.
Coming down the back straightaway, they booked a 3 or 4 turns. Down on the side of the ball. Holy mackerel. A tough break ball. First ball. Down on the inside, applying the pressure. Hey, third place over here is actually our High Point man, Jared Kimball. Congratulations to you, Jared. Anybody want to thank real quick?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Enfield Little Excavation, Nano Builders, Harrison Power, my family, my mom, and that's about it.
Okay, congratulations, everybody. Okay, second place is Austin. Cacherio. Austin Cacherio. That's right. Cacherio, that's right. Hey, congratulations. Anybody want to thank real quick, buddy?
I want to thank my dad, my sponsors, and everything I've gotten to do to get here tonight.
Congratulations to you. Welcome to Victory Lane. Hunter Cadaro. Here's your sticker of the Fossil Pathfinder. Congratulations to you. Anybody you'd like to thank? Any sponsors real quick?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Hometown Mobile in North Berwick.
Yep.
And my grandparents and my parents.
Congratulations to you. Great job. Look at that. Holy mackerel. Look at that. Bumper to bumper, wheel to action. And they come between fourth lane. Take it over the lead. Now take them down on the inside. Take it back to the lead. As they run. Take them. Wow, Ramsey trying to make a move down on the inside. And he does. Take it over the lead. The low 52. Wouldn't take them right there on the upside of one. Let me tell you, when they come into the corner, awesome stuff happened. Well, at least you made it clear. That's great. But Ramsey,
yeah, I gotta thank my dad, my stepmom Tanya. I gotta thank Phil's Auto Repair, US Community Building, all the help I got tonight to finish. I couldn't get it going.
Congratulations. You want to be tonight? We're going to thank the sponsors.
I gotta thank Mikey and Tanya for letting me drive this thing. I have a blast down here. I gotta thank Phil's Auto Repair, and I gotta thank everybody from Saco that lets us come down here and have all this fun. You guys do a great job. I appreciate it.
You do too. You look like you need a shower, poor guy.
Thank you.
Anyway, second place, the winner, Mr. Mike Ramsey. Congratulations. You like to thank.
I want to thank my wife Tanya for letting us do this. My teammate Phil and Crazy Kyle over here. I don't think he knows what the gas pedal is yet, but he'll find it eventually. I gotta thank B&D Pinkham and Company for sponsoring tonight's race, and had fun racing with Phil.
Well, I'm gonna see you be going right here.
I gotta slow him down somehow.
Okay, congratulations. Okay, it's looking pretty good as Scotty takes it. As they slam the accelerator to the floor. The RPM Eric Kimball, your leader out there, is the number 4. Final ramp, applying the pressure as they come in the 3 and 4 turn. the turn down the back straightaway. Jared Kimball, your leader out there. With Mike Ramsey running a tight second place corner. Hey, Jared Kimball. Awesome race. You've really done some great racing here tonight. What do you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the people who helped me, RSM Motorsports, Littlefield Excavation, Netto, BRC, and my family and friends.
Congratulations, Joe. Get your picture real. Hey, Mr. Brett, Mike Ramsey, welcome to Victory Lane. Awesome race here tonight. You want to thank any sponsors quick?
Yeah, I gotta thank Phil's Auto Repair, Ramsey's Race Cars, Mainly Motorsports TV for being here tonight. This Kimball kid, he drove one hell of a race.
He certainly did.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to get him, but he caught the tires there, screwed him up a little bit, and I just hope I could get him on the last lap, and yeah, good kid to race with tonight.
Well, guess what? Next week he's gonna bring a bull. You better watch it.
And if you like that dirt, action, racing, go-kart type of thing, Bartlett Bridge, another place where you can see them. And the thing I like about Bartlett Bridge and the Saco Pathfinder is they work together. They have both of them race every other Friday. They try not to conflict. You know, rain dates sometimes screw things up, but they really work together a lot. And I think they share information, try to make their rules package work, and you know, give the drivers two types of tracks to race on. And July 29th, Mainly Motorsports will be at Bartlett Bridge. We're sponsoring the Dash for Cash. They run two divisions of flat carts, the Animal overhead valve engine and the typical Briggs and Stratton, and the classes are pretty close, so got a Dash for Cash going on over there to put up a little money, and going to put teams together. You know, when you're going to be racing 10 carts, 5 teams of 2 drivers, 1 from each class in a random draw after the top 5 from each feature advance. We're giving some gift certificates away for the ladies division, the junior cage, the senior cage, July 29th. And that's right up there, located at MX 207. So it's a chance to see some dirt go-kart track action there, as well as the Pathfinders any other Friday. So really looking forward to it and hope to see a lot of race fans out there at Bartlett Bridge on the 29th.
July 30th, Wiscasset Speedway invites you to one of the biggest days of racing in the state as LLP Transport and Ideal Portable Toilets present the Boss Hog 100 laps with some of the top pro stocks in the state, honoring Maine racing legend Dave Boss Hog St. Clair. Plus the Super Streets, New England 4-cylinder pro stocks and more, all for just $5. The pits open at 2, the grandstand at 4, and the green flag flies at 6. The Boss Hog 100, Saturday, July 30th at Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Patman's Redemption and Agency Liquor Store is located at 95 Tanberg Trail in Windham, Maine. With over 400 feet of hard liquor and 15 doors of ice-cold beer and soda, Patman's can handle all of your beverage needs. And if it's wine on your agenda, we have over 300 varieties in stock. Then when the party's over, Patman's can handle all of your Maine returnables, and we welcome all bottle drives. And if you're late for the race, drop off the bottles and pick up the cash at your convenience.
Hey, this is Pat Man himself, just letting you know that Pat Man's is your one-stop shop for all your thirsty needs.
White Mountain Motorsports Park brings you door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel racing action each and every Saturday night, with 5 divisions competing each week between the kids' trucks, the Dwarfs, and the Strictly Minis, the Tiger division, as well as the late model sportsmen. The racing is intense. You're sure to come away wanting more. Located on 463 Daniel Webster Highway in North Woodstock, New Hampshire, this quarter-mile high bank oval is a fan-friendly, family-oriented facility. For schedules and more information, go to the website. That's White Mountain Motorsports Park.
Mainly Motorsports, brought to you by
Four Seasons Synthetic. See them for all your Amsoil product needs. Town Fair Tire, with 6 locations in Maine: Auburn, Augusta, Bangor, Biddeford, South Portland, and Topsom. Awards and recognition. Your #1 source in New England for all of your award needs.
Wiscasset Speedway, Maine's biggest and fastest, with $5 admission every weekend and loads of family fun. Check us out at WiscassetSpeedway.com.
Well, welcome back to Mainly Motorsports, and you heard from the car owner earlier in the show of the number 32 Go Fast Racing, Archie St. Hilaire. Now we've caught up with the driver who, this might be the last break he gets for the rest of the week, and that's Eddie McDonald. And Eddie, we want to welcome you to Mainly Motorsports.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Man, it's going to be a crazy, fun-filled weekend for you between the K&N race, the ACT race over at Seekonk, and obviously being in front of close to 100,000 people on Sunday, running the number 32 in the Sprint Cup for Archie and Go Fast Racing. So just very exciting time for you.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially all the sponsors that we have on the 32 car with Bentley Saloon and the Rod Father and Weir's GMC and there's just so many great sponsors that going to be part of this, all from Maine, and it's going to be awesome to have Bentley Saloon on the hood and be out there racing for them.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of a unique thing when you think at the Sprint Cup level. This is unheard of. A bunch of small local businesses coming together and making this happen, for not only the team, but then, you, the driver, being able to have this opportunity. We're used to seeing the Lowe's and the Dollar General and the M&M's and the corporate level, so it's really a unique thing. I told Archie earlier in the show, I think it's one of the best looking cars he's had. The orange and the black and the white and, all the local sponsors. And, I know as we're airing this, you guys are at Bentley's and the car's on display. And, a lot of people behind this team as well as you, Eddie.
Yeah, definitely. The car is a really sharp looking car. I just hope it's half as fast as it looks, because it looks fast just sitting there. So, really excited to get out there, and can't thank Archie and all those guys enough, Bentley, and just all the guys that are involved with the whole team. So, really excited to get out there and just hopefully we can, have the best race for them and just get a respectable finish and keep it out of trouble.
And it's such a big weekend, not only for Eddie McDonald, his parents, the fans, this local team that really based out of North Carolina, but their roots are out of Old Orchard, but the New Hampshire track, you're that home guy that they can promote. And Archie said when we had him on air, last year when they introduced you, your cheers mirrored the likes of Earnhardt, and that's something to be said with, all the people, the locals behind, one of their own.
Yeah, I don't know about Earnhardt, but maybe some of the other guys. But yeah, no, it's definitely exciting, to have all the, a lot of the people that have seen me, race at, Lee and Oxford and different places like that, to be able to, see someone out there in the Cup Series and running with those guys, and it just makes it so much more fun, especially to be able to do it, at one of my home tracks.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now, take me through your weekend, Eddie McDonald's weekend. The haulers roll in there Thursday, but what's your weekend look, from the start to finish look like?
Yeah, well, we're gonna show up Thursday night. We have to have the K&N car, the hauler in the track Thursday night, and then Friday morning, the Sprint Cup garage opens, and you'll have to go over there and make sure everything, for myself, make sure everything fits the seat, the belts, the steering wheel, and all that stuff. Make sure all that stuff fits right, and then go to whatever meetings we have to go to and get on track with that car and get some practice in, qualifying Friday, and then all that wraps up, and I believe we go right into the K&N practice somewhere around 6 o'clock, and we do K&N practice Friday night, and then qualifying after that, and then Saturday we probably, I think it's Sprint Cup practice first thing in the morning, and once that's over with, have a little break until I want to say it's 6:45 is our K&N race. So we're going to race that one, and then as soon as that race gets over, we're going to jump on a helicopter and get down to Seekonk and hopefully get there in time for the ACT race down at Seekonk, and come back to New Hampshire and get up Sunday morning and go through all that, the pre-race stuff with the Sprint Cup Series and run that race.
So there's really, you're always doing something. You mentioned in that whole conversation a little break, one little break, and the Seekonk thing, obviously when you set out at the beginning of the year, you weren't chasing the ACT championship, but just kind of unfolded in that way, and you knew that this date, was already going to be hard enough, and then you throw in the Sprint Cup deal. But is there, are you pretty sure that it's all going to work out? The helicopter, the ride over, how far is the ride?
Yeah, we're hoping that the K&N race gets off at the right time. Hopefully it'll go off a little early, as long as the Xfinity Series gets their race in and without a ton of cautions. If we can get started just a few minutes early, and it's only a 70-lap race with the K&N car, so hopefully that race will be 45 minutes or less, and maybe somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, and that'll get us hopefully on a helicopter, and we have I think it's a little less than an hour flight down there, so we just gotta try to make everything work out as good as it can, and the biggest hurdle for the X Series is this race. So once we get through this race, we can really focus on that and try to get some wins and get as many points as we can.
Now, have you taken into consideration, let's just say on Saturday, Eddie Mack and his team ends up in victory lane? That takes a little longer than just jumping out of the car and running the helicopter, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll have to we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, not a bad bridge to have to cross either, is it?
No, that'd be a great problem to deal with, but we'll cross that bridge, and hopefully we have that problem.
Yeah, so I know, as we're talking to you, you got a lot of work going on at the shop and trying to get prepared and get your head in the game, but just want to let you know all of us here at Mainely Motorsports are wishing you luck. We're pulling for you. We're going to be down there all weekend, so we had a chance to catch up, say hi, and cheer you on, and really looking forward to Eddie Mack's big weekend.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, hopefully it's a successful weekend, and have a lot of fun doing it.
All right, Eddie. Well, thank you for taking the time with us, and we'll see you just a couple short days.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
All right, man.
Do you have a serious need for speed, great competitive racing, and a family-friendly atmosphere? Look no further than Maine's biggest and fastest, Wiscasset Speedway. At Wiscasset Speedway, you'll find 8 regular divisions, along with special appearances by top regional tours throughout the season. And at Wiscasset Speedway, all grandstand seats are just $5. Wiscasset Speedway, west on the road, Wiscasset. Online at Facebook, Twitter, and WiscassetSpeedway.com.
It's July. Time for New England Dragway to light up the night. The night of fun. Saturday night, July 23rd. Presented by the New England Ford dealers, AAA Northern New England, and Napa Auto Parts. Funny Cars, Nitro Cars, Danny O'Day and his record-breaking wheel standard. Jets and lots more. Plus, we've got fireworks. Saturday. Gates open at 3. Discount coupons available at your New England Ford dealer. And participating Napa Auto Parts stores. Free parking. And every ticket is a pit pass. Get your tickets now. Online at NewEnglandDragway.com.
Looking for a great time, great people, and great food? Then visit New England's #1 biker destination, Bentley's Saloon, owned by legendary super-modified driver Bentley Warren. Bentley's is a biker bar that welcomes everyone. Staying in the area, Bentley's has their own full-service campground right on site. Tuesdays, Bentley's Cruise Night attracts car enthusiasts from all over New England. Located on Route 1 in Arundel, Bentley's Saloon guarantees a great time. Check out the fun at BentleySaloon.com and see why Bentley says, who has more fun than us?
As we wrap up this week's edition of Mainly Motorsports, we got some big things coming up here, and no matter what you are, if you're a drag racing fan, July 23rd, New England Dragway, Night of Fire, under the lights. All the high-powered cars are there, not the NHRA Nationals, but it's not far below it, and that's going to be something. You've seen the commercials there in the show. I mean, if you're that drag racing fan looking for something different to do, your short track's not in action, get over there and check it out. If you're that short track fan and you want some great racing, White Mountain Motorsports Park. The Act, which always puts on a great race over there, as well as the Pro All-Star Series, they're in action. Twinville, the Averys, beautiful, the end of July. That's going to be a lot of fun. So there's 2 big events coming on. And then week after that, you got the Boss Hog 100, the race that put young Wyatt Alexander on the map as he won his first ever Pro Stock Super Late Model race last year over there in that big, high-paying, pretty good-paying race. So, that's coming up. And then August, I know people don't. August, Summerfest at Beach Ridge. And, start getting, some of the other big events start taking place. So really looking forward to it all. You're going to see us here, there, and everywhere. So make sure if you see us at Loudon this weekend or wherever you see us, stop by and tell us what you like, what you don't like, any suggestions. I'm always open, and look forward to meeting a lot of new people and a lot of new fans of Mainly Motorsports. So once again, thank you to our sponsors, and that's who you need to be supporting, the show supporters that support us, your racetracks, your race cars, and all of that. So get out and support them, and support us, and support short track, whether it's motocross, go-karts, drag racing, cruise nights, car shows, short track racing, anywhere. Just support it all. And look forward to finishing up the great 2016 as we did in the first half of the season. So until next time, we'll see you next week, I guess it is, right here on Mainly Motorsports.
I wanna be right, baby, every single night. I could tell you anything about taking your time. It's making me nervous, yeah.
They're still wrecking in turn number 2. That's